Hello everyone. Today we are going live with Gagan Gupta on the topic who is going to speak on the topic the power of networking and personal brand. I will let him have the stage now.
Thanks everyone. So I will quickly present my screen and then we will start. So can anyone give a quick thumbs up if the screen is visible? Okay, so I think we can start. So as we see in the topic like the power of networking and personal brand. So, like, what is it and does it really help? So, I will try to keep the topic more in line towards like how networking and personal branding can help you in your tech goals rather than keeping the session towards the technical side, like how to prepare or something that we already have so many resources. We will keep the topic restricted to how personal branding and networking can help you in your tech roles. So, yeah, before that, a quick introduction about me. So, yeah, as I got introduced, like my name is Gagan Gupta. Currently, I am working as an SD2 at Adobe, and I am also a content creator on Instagram. I have been creating content on Instagram for from over 5 years, and I have got somewhere around 105K followers. Recently started creating content on LinkedIn as well, and there we have again have 8,000 followers. So I think yeah, we'll keep the introduction a bit short. Okay, now why personal branding matters. See, if you okay, you might have heard that recruiters do reach out to people on LinkedIn, but again at the same time you are wondering why recruiters are not reaching out to you. So see, there are millions of people on LinkedIn, so obviously recruiter cannot reach out to everyone. So they will filter the candidates, like they will run some queries or searches. Or if you have a personal brand, if you are popular on LinkedIn, if I search SD at Adobe, if you're like let's say I'm working at Adobe, so if the recruiter searches some SD at Adobe, and if my profile comes in the top three, four, or five list, then obviously I will. There are high chances that I can be reached out. So, if you have a personal brand, if you have a good following on any of the professional platforms, then there are high chances like if your post gets viral and then during those times you will get reached out by recruiters, and it is also beneficial if you are a freelancer or any sort of thing, even if you have a personal product or if you have a side gig or a business. So if you see like Aman Gupta, the founder of Boat, people actually know Boat as a company because of him. He has created a strong personal brand that people actually see his face as the ambassador of Boat. And there are many other founders like Kunal Shah of Cred. There was Ashnir Grover. So if the founders have a personal brand, if they have a good following, then obviously if they launch any community, launch any business, then they get a edge of having a good reach towards the product. And it can be applied to getting a job as well. Not everyone has to do business. So if you have a good following on LinkedIn, if you regularly create or engage with others content, if and if you have optimized your LinkedIn profile, then obviously there are high chances that you can be reached out by recruiters by themselves for a role. Next, so we discuss like why personal branding is important or how it can help. Now, what is personal branding? See, personal branding is not equal to being a content creator. First of all, let me clarify. So it is not necessary to create content or to be a content creator to create your personal brand. Okay, so if personal branding is not equal to being a content creator, then what is personal branding actually? So see, it can be as simple as having an online presence through platforms like LinkedIn, GitHub, or any of your personal websites or portfolios, where you can simply showcase your projects, achievements, and expertise. Or it can be even more simpler as simple as, there are many tech conferences happening in and around both online and offline. So going there, making networking with people there with the tech community, or simply engaging with the others contents, the people who create content on LinkedIn or other platforms. So if you leave a valuable comment there, that shows something. Okay, that shows a strong perspective of you towards that content. So it can be as simple as that also. Like, uh, we all make resumes, right, for our job, for applying to a job role. In addition to that, if you can also uh, you know uh, maintain a good GitHub profile and create a personal website or portfolio where you can showcase your projects, achievements, expertise, or just a basically a landing page or something like that, then it is also a part of personal branding, or I can say it is personal branding. Why? Because you have built something public which can be accessible by anyone in case it goes viral, or no, even if not viral, at least someone can go to that link and see what you do. Reading a resume and seeing something what you do on a portfolio website or through your GitHub or through your LinkedIn can be a good better, can have a better advantage than just a plain resume. So again, repeating, personal branding is not just equal to being a content creator, being, like if we talk about coding content creator, coding profile. If you are a coder, it's not just simply means that you must have to create coding content. No, just simply work on your projects, contribute to your projects, have have a public profile, have a public portfolio where you can showcase your skills. So that also counts as personal branding. Now, talking about the networking aspect, only so you can network anywhere. It can be online, offline meetups, Twitter, Instagram. But let's say LinkedIn is the, considered as the most professional platforms if you are looking out for jobs or business or any kind of professional relationship. So networking on LinkedIn, see, a good network on LinkedIn can do wonders for you. How? Like, one of the major common doubts of everyone is how to stay updated with offline hiring opportunities. So if you are active on LinkedIn, if you have a good network, if you are connected with people, if you are following people who regularly post about the job opportunities, then probably you are gonna seeing every other off-campus opportunity. So from staying updated to hiring opportunities to asking for referrals, LinkedIn could be your one-stop place to every problem. Otherwise, where will you ask referral, right? If you don't have a very personal connection, if you don't know anyone personally, if you don't have their number, then LinkedIn does seem to be the only option to be asking for referrals. You can just reach out to any random person working in that company where you are, looking for a referral. Just mention them that, hey, what you do, and what, like, you have seen a job role that matches your profile, forward them your resume, and in most cases you will get the referral. So if you do the networking right on LinkedIn, it will directly or indirectly it will help you in making a successful tech career or whatever in domain you want to do. It can surely help you. And in case you have a good following on LinkedIn, and and you are a content creator basically on LinkedIn, like occasionally or regularly you create content. So if in case your post, like, okay, it must be related to your niche. If you are looking for, coding profiles, then post should be related to coding profile, and if they get viral, there are literally high chances of being reached out by recruiters themselves. If I give my own example, like, when I joined Adobe, so that time I also started created content on LinkedIn. So this post of me joining Adobe went viral, And during that same time frame, I got reached out by at least three companies by themselves, like the recruiters of three companies by themselves. One was even international company. So if your post gets viral somehow in occasionally, and it is related to the niche or role that you are looking for, there are high chances that you will be reached out by the recruiters themselves. Similar are the stories with other creators also. Like if you have seen other creators, they will also be keep blabbering about this fact that they frequently get reached out by recruiters almost every week. And in my case also, whenever my post gets a good reach, I also get DMs for recruiters, emails from recruiters for applying from their company. Although I am not looking for a switch, but yeah, at least I get reached out because I have a good network, a decent number of following on LinkedIn. Now again, there are I am not going into the very much theoretical part, but just a basic do's and don'ts of reaching out to someone on LinkedIn. So always make sure to reach out with a clear purpose, whether it is asking a referral, need some insights, you need some guidance, you have a doubt, or anything in general. So always reach out with a purpose, and always make sure you try to mention the purpose of reaching out in the first message itself. Like don't just send a simple hi, hey, and then stop and wait for the reply. Believe me, you won't get reply in most of the cases for just a simple hi or hey, or even a how are you. So reach out with a purpose. Make your purpose clear in the first message itself. Like, hey, I am Gagan. I am I saw this opening in your company. I have this skills. Would you be happy to refer me? This is my attached resume. So always clear out the purpose, like why you are reaching out. It can be asking for a referral. It can be asking for some insights or anything in general. So do always make sure to reach out with a purpose and clearly making that purpose visible in the first message itself. Talking about the don'ts, like I already said, don't just send a simple hi or hey and wait for the reply. Also, don't send frequent reminders. Like, okay, it's good to follow up, but don't send reminders. If you like you message me, if I don't reply, you keep messaging me every hour. Hey, what's the update? What's the update? So it doesn't work that way. At least wait for a day or two, and then do a you know uh, polite follow up, like hey, any updates, or could you please give me any update. So at least wait for a day or two and be done with after 2 3 reminders. Don't just keep pinging the person. Also, don't sound aggressive in case of your late responses. So if someone replies you late, so be polite, be gentle, be available to them. Don't sound aggressive in that case, because they also have their work, right? They are not sitting for you. उन्होंने आपका कोई ठेका नहीं ले रखा कि आपको टाइम पे रिप्लाई करना है. So if someone is replying even if late, at least appreciate them. Again, so build in public. This is also very much related to personal branding and networking. So I think most of you would have seen this trend of 100 days of code on LinkedIn, Twitter, and even some people are doing on Instagram as well, but majorly people are doing on LinkedIn and Twitter. So that is what we call as build in public, and it is related to personal branding. You will get to know how. But before that, what is build in public? So, like I already gave one example of people following this 100 days of code challenge, in which what they do is like they share their daily updates of whatever they learned today or whatever the challenges they faced and how they overcome them. So, uh, first of all, it helps you being consistent because you have made out something public. You have taken a pledge public that you will be doing 100 days of code challenge. So it helps you being consistent. So indirectly, it is helping you in learning. And when you do it, so when it gets some decent reach, you will see more similar people working on similar stuff. So you might get people with similar interests. You might club with them, get their project ideas, discuss with them. So overall in and all, it will help you in being consistent, it being connecting with similar set of people who are learning similar things. You can learn from their experiences, they can also learn from your learnings. So overall, it's a win-win for everyone. So this is what is built in public is. It can be through any platform or any medium. You can just, it can be as simple as making daily tweets or a LinkedIn post, or you can even record your journey on Instagram or YouTube, or you can write technical blogs on Medium or Hashnode. So yeah, it depends on your ease of comfort, like what mode you are comfortable with, how much time you want to invest in it. But yeah, everything counts all and all in build in public. Now coming to the question, does it really help or is it just a gimmick? See, it can be subjective, it can be objectionable. Like different people might have different opinion, but so I will share my opinion or what I have generally seen. So yes, it does help. It may not be the case. If you have expectations, okay, if I start building in public and after 100 days of code, recruiters will be reaching out to me directly. It can happen and it cannot also happen. So have realistic expectations. But yeah, for sure, it will help you directly or indirectly in terms of being consistent, in terms of connecting with the same set of people. And see, when you document your journey or you share your learnings, then there is a another level of comfort or understanding. So it's basically when you explain a topic to someone, you learn more. So when you are documenting your journey, either through blogs or through simple a post or videos, so obviously you will be somewhere explaining the topic in some manner, what you learn or what challenges you overcame. So it will actually deepen your knowledge. You will go in depth of that topic. So you will get more confidence in that topic. So overall, it will help you indirectly or directly in your journey of learning, in your journey of networking. And yeah, in happy scenarios, you can directly get reached out via recruiters or found startup stage founders to connect and work with them. Again, some do's and don'ts of build in public. So first of all, be consistent. If you are making a pledge of 100 days of code or 50 days, whatever. So I'm not saying that you have to be repeatedly doing it for the straight 100 days, but at least try to be regular as much as possible. So 100 days, it makes sense to stretch 100 days to 110 or 120, 130. But if you stretch 100 days to 200 days, then it doesn't seem right, or it shows that you were not very much consistent. So try to be consistent, try to be authentic, like don't just copy paste of someone else content and just write it. So try to share your real learnings, like what you learned today. Don't just follow someone, like copied the content from someone and then posted just for the sake of building in public. What you can do in build in public, you can share your learnings or challenges and how you overcome them. Also be open to feedback. Like let's say you were working on a project, you were daily sharing about the project, like what are you working on today, like what was the challenge. So be open to feedback, like when you post in public about that there are chances that people will either praise, yeah, your approach, or they will give suggestions. Sometimes trolling might also happen. So be open to feedback, be open to incorporate those feedbacks in your learning, in your projects, in your whatever, and be collaborative, be open to collaborations as well. Like, and talking about the don'ts, so don't overpromise in the sense, like I said, it is nearly impossible to show up every day for consistent 100 days. So it makes sense to sometimes take a break or one day or 2 day break. So it seems fine. Like I would say, if you even complete the 100 days of code in 120 or 125 days, I would still say it's very good and fine. Also, don't spam with useless content, guys. Uh, Always try to keep the content precise to the learnings or the challenges. Don't spam some useless content, some useless motivation stuff. Once in a while it is fine, like once in a week you posted something starting with motivation content, but try to don't spam useless content. Also, don't ignore the feedbacks as well, because let's say you were using one approach in your project. Feedbacks can help you optimize your approach. You can get to learn new approaches that can be much more efficient than what you are currently implementing. Also, don't feel overwhelmed. Like when you start something, you might be seeing people who are already close to completion of that challenge, or who have already learned so much, or who have built a good following or getting good reach. So don't feel overwhelmed as well when you are just starting, because you are comparing your day one with someone's day 70 or 80, whatever. So don't compare yourself with others, otherwise it will lead to being feel overwhelmed, and you might also drop out from the challenge or build in public. So be open to feedback, and be consistent as much as possible, and also have a room for like have a mindset. Okay, it's okay to have small breaks, so don't feel overwhelmed in case you are not able to cope up on some days. Now, like in the first or second slide we talked that personal branding is not equal to content creation. So it doesn't mean that you should not create content. If you want, it is actually a very good thing if you create content. So before jumping into that, let's see why to be a content creator or why not to be a content creator. So why to be a content creator? See, networking via just engaging with others' posts has a certain kind of limit. Like like let's say I create content, you are just engaging with my post, leaving valuable comments. Obviously, it helps in getting a reach or making connections, but it has a certain limit and has a slow pace. But if you create your own content, then there you can reach a wider audience and network with more people. So obviously, if you are creating the content, you will get the more reach or more authenticity as compared to just providing your valuable feedback on someone else's content. Plus, obviously, if you have a good following, most people would automatically love to connect with you. So even if you get a good number of following in one platform, there are high chances that people would love to connect with you on the other platforms as well. So if I give my example only, I have a good following on Instagram, like 100K plus followers. So there are high chances people in tech community would have somewhere seen me. Either they would be already following me, or even if not, they would have somewhere seen me. So now if I talk about my Twitter, okay, I don't have a much following there. I hardly have around 1,000 followers. But there are people who follow me back, those having around 40,000, 50,000 followers. Why? Because they know me somehow. Okay, he is a content creator on Instagram, he has a good following there. So I have already built up a good reputation. So that's why even though I have less following on Twitter, people with more following, those who have 40, 50K followers, they are also still following me. So if you have a good brand, if you have a good following on one platform, then also it can help you to reach out on other platforms as well. So if I am about to reach out to someone on Twitter, there are high chances that I will get a reply back from them, unless or until they didn't see my message due to some reason, they were busy or whatever. There was an influx of messages. but there are high chances that I will get a reply back, or even if not, I can किसी ना किसी जुगाड़ करके I can take their numbers. Like if I know some mutual connections with them, mutual creators with them, then I can get their contact. So if I want to contact someone whom I don't know, there would be higher chances that I know a mutual connection who knows them, so I can get their contact from them. So, but again, everyone doesn't need to be a content creator. So why not to be a content creator, or more appropriately, when not to be a content creator? So it's like, don't just step into content creation because you think everyone is doing it. I know, like, the scope of content creation has drastically increased, especially people who are joining big companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Almost all of them have started creating content recently. So just because everyone is creating doesn't mean you also need to do. There are people who are not really creating content. They are just, but they are actually solving the real problems. They are working on the real projects. They are contributing to open source, and from there they are getting the opportunities. So see, there are various ways of making going ahead in your career, getting opportunities. Being a content creator is one of them, so it's up to you whether you want to pursue that or not. So all I would say is, don't just step just for the sake of FOMO that everyone is doing it, because content creation is not just about getting popularity. It also comes with unnecessary hate and trolling. Believe me, there will be times that unnecessarily I will get hate and too much of trolling, and it makes me such a feel overwhelmed. So it has its perks, it has its upsides of getting popular. Sometimes there are monetary benefits also, but it has its downsides also. It will come with unnecessary hate and trolling. So overall, be a content creator only if you enjoy creating the content that what you do. So I enjoy what I create. I enjoy sharing the learnings that I do. I enjoy, you know, uh, engaging with the people, helping out with their queries. So that's why I create coding content. Otherwise, I could have, even if I only wanted to create just content and earn money out of it, there are obviously better options that I can get good reach. But I stick to my niche. I stick to coding and placement oriented content only because that is something that I enjoy. Otherwise, if I start creating travel content or comedy content, obviously I will get a good reach very fast. So be a content creator only if you enjoy creating what you do. So I think this comes to a wrap up. Like, I don't have much to say about this. In summary, if you want to be a content creator, well and good. If you don't want to be a content creator, that is also fine. But give it a try, and the build in public concept, that is a must go short. You should take it. Engage with people's content on LinkedIn, network with them. Always have this do's and don'ts of reaching out to someone on LinkedIn in your mind. So I think that's all I have in this session of importance of networking and personal brand. I hope you enjoyed the session and learned something, and you will be able to incorporate those learnings in your tech journey or whatever field you want to pursue. So, thank you again. If you wish to connect with me, you can follow me on Instagram at the rate Gupta Ji Coding Wale, or you can even connect with me on LinkedIn on this ID Gagan G 033. So, that's it. That's all from my side. Yeah, before leaving, a special thanks to Google Developers Student Club Triple IT Kalyani for having me, for inviting me for this awesome session. So thank you guys. So yeah, I think I will drop from the session now. Yeah, yeah, sure. Again, thanks for having me. Okay, bye guys.